Hello, amazing people, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going on an incredible journey deep inside the human body. Forget action movies. The real heroes are microscopic, tirelessly working to keep you safe. We're going to spend a day in the life of one of these unsung champions, a neutrophil, one of the most common types of immune cells. Let's call him Neo. Our day begins in the bone marrow, the bustling metropolis where Neo and billions of his siblings are born. Think of it as a super advanced training academy. Here, Neo matures, gearing up for his mission. He's not just any cell. He's a first responder, a frontline soldier in the body's defense force. After just a few days of intense preparation, he gets his marching orders. It's time to graduate and enter the bloodstream. Whoosh! Neo is swept into the fast-flowing river of blood. It's like a superhighway, connecting every part of the body. He tumbles and rolls alongside red blood cells carrying oxygen and platelets ready to patch up wounds. But Neo isn't a passive passenger. He's on high alert, constantly scanning his surroundings. His mission is simple but crucial: patrol, detect, and neutralize any threats. He's waiting for a signal, a chemical distress call that means trouble is brewing somewhere in the vast landscape of the body. Suddenly a message arrives. It's a flurry of chemical signals called cytokines, released from tissue cells under attack. It's the equivalent of a 911 call for the immune system. A splinter has pierced the skin on a finger, bringing with it a horde of bacteria. The local cells are overwhelmed and are screaming for backup. For Neo, this is it, the call to action. He immediately changes course, heading towards the wall of the blood vessel closest to the incident. Getting to the battlefield isn't as simple as just exiting the highway. Neo has to perform a maneuver called extravasation. It's a fascinating process. First, he slows down and starts to roll along the inner lining of the blood vessel, kind of like a car looking for an exit ramp. He uses special protein brakes on his surface to grab onto the vessel wall. Once he finds the right spot, he flattens himself out and squeezes through a tiny gap between the cells of the vessel wall. It's a tight squeeze, but Neo is designed for this. He's now out of the bloodstream and in the tissue right at the front line. The scene is chaotic. Bacteria are multiplying, releasing toxins and causing inflammation. The area is red, swollen, and a battleground is forming. But Neo isn't alone. Thousands of his neutrophil brothers and sisters have answered the same call. They follow the chemical trail left by the bacteria, a process called chemotaxis, homing in on their targets like guided missiles. Neo is now in full-on attack mode. His primary weapon? Phagocytosis. It sounds complex, but it's basically cell-eating. Neo identifies a bacterium, extends his cell membrane to wrap around it, and engulfs it completely, pulling it inside himself into a little bubble called a phagosome. Think of it as locking the enemy in an interrogation room. Once the bacterium is trapped, Neo unleashes his ultimate weapon. He merges the phagosome with another bubble filled with destructive enzymes and reactive oxygen species, essentially cellular bleach. The bacterium is disintegrated in seconds. It's brutal, efficient, and happening millions of times over. Neo is a relentless warrior, engulfing one bacterium after another. He and his fellow neutrophils form a living barricade, preventing the infection from spreading deeper into the body. They are working at an incredible pace, but this intense warfare takes a huge toll. Neutrophils are kamikaze pilots. Their lifespan on the battlefield is short, often just a few hours. They fight until they've used up all their energy, or engulfed so many invaders that they burst. As Neo consumes more bacteria, his short life is nearing its end. But even in his final moments, he serves a purpose. His remnants, along with the defeated bacteria and other cellular debris, form what we know as pus. It might seem gross, but it's a sign that your immune system has won the battle. He has successfully contained the threat. But the job isn't over. The cleanup crew is on its way. As the neutrophil assault subsides, another type of immune cell arrives, the macrophage. These are the big eaters, the heavy-duty sanitation workers of the immune system. They move in to clear the battlefield, gobbling up the remains of the dead neutrophils like Neo, leftover bacteria, and damaged tissue cells. This cleanup process is vital to reduce inflammation and allow the tissue to start healing. The macrophages also act as messengers, presenting pieces of the defeated enemy to other parts of the immune system, like the T cells and B cells, to create a long-term memory of the invader. This ensures that if the same type of bacteria ever attacks again, the body's response will be even faster and stronger. And so, our day with Neo the neutrophil comes to an end. He lived a short but heroic life, sacrificing himself without hesitation to protect the whole. Every single second, millions of cells just like Neo are performing these incredible feats inside you. They are the silent guardians, the microscopic army that keeps you healthy. The next time you get a small cut or feel a bit under the weather, take a moment to appreciate the epic battle being waged on your behalf by these amazing immune cells. They are the true heroes of your inner world. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If you found this as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next adventure into the wonders of science. Stay curious, stay healthy, and see you in the next video.